Since 2005, the NHL draft has been 7 rounds, so in this video we're going to count down the 10 best players in this modern era that were picked in the last round of the draft. Before 2005, the draft was 9 rounds, but we're not going to count any of those players, so the historic 7th rounders like Lundqvist, Zetterberg, and Pekka Rinne will not count towards this list. And if this is your first time watching my channel and you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Number 10. Justin Braun. After his freshman year at UMass Amherst, Justin Braun was taken 201st overall by the San Jose Sharks. After spending all 4 years in college, Braun began his professional career with the Sharks organization, where he made his NHL debut in 2010. Braun has made his living off being a reliable defenseman, and now 10 years and 500 NHL games later, he's still with the same team that drafted him. Number 9. Scott Wilson. After scoring 61 points in 42 games in Junior A hockey in Ontario, the Pittsburgh Penguins took a flyer on Scott Wilson with the 209th overall pick in 2011. He would go on to play 3 years of college hockey at UMass before making the Penguins and winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. Since then, he's been traded to the Detroit Red Wings before sadly being flipped to the Buffalo Sabres. Number 8. Ondrej Kase. Since he was playing in the Czech Junior League during his draft year, maybe Kase was just a result of less exposure and good scouting by Anaheim. The Ducks took Kase 205th overall in 2014, and he spent the next year in the Czech Pro League before coming over to North America, where he played for the San Diego Gulls of the AHL. Then in 2016, just 2 years after being selected in the 7th round, he made his NHL debut. This season, Kase scored above half a point per game and already has 100 NHL games under his belt, which is even more impressive when you compare it to his draft class and you see Michael Dal-Cole, who the Islanders drafted 5th overall, has only played in 4. Before we continue, this video is brought to you by World Hockey Manager, the first hockey manager game on Android and iOS. Show off your hockey brain by building your team to challenge your friends and other hockey fans across the globe. With over 500,000 downloads already, join myself and thousands of other fans in the most addictive hockey game on the market. Download for free on the App Store and Google Play to start your hockey manager career today. Number 7. Ryan Dzingel. Dzingel flashed his talent in the USHL for the Lincoln Stars from 2009 to 2011, and he showed enough potential for the Senators to take him 204th overall. He spent the next 3 years at Ohio State University, where he quietly developed into a realistic NHL prospect. Now in his second full year in the league, Dzingel has improved on his numbers from last season on a struggling Senators team. Number 6. Jason Demers. Demers actually went undrafted for 2 years before the Sharks selected him 186th overall in 2008, so it's fair to say that most of his junior hockey career was average at best. Playing for Moncton and Victoriaville of the QMJHL, Demers never surpassed 24 points until the season he was drafted, where he exploded for 64 points and led the league in scoring for defensemen, but still, even then, that barely got him drafted. He would only need 1 year of seasoning in the AHL before making the jump to the NHL, and he hasn't looked back since. Now at 29 years old, Demers is trying to help turn around a young, struggling Coyotes team. Number 5. Erik Haula. Haula was taken 182nd overall in 2009, which was his first year in North America after coming over from Finland. In his draft year, Haula torched the competition while playing for the Shattuck St. Mary's midget prep team, putting up 84 points in 53 games. The next year, he spent in the USHL, where he was able to earn an offer from the University of Minnesota. Haula would play the next 3 years for the Gophers, averaging above a point per game for his entire NCAA career. Then in 2013, he decided to turn pro, and not long after was able to jump into the Wild's lineup. Today, he's continuing to excel while helping lead the expansion Vegas Golden Knights through the playoffs. Number 4. Anton Stralman. After being drafted in the 7th round in 2005, Anton Stralman took the long path to NHL stardom. He remained in the top Swedish professional league for the 2 years following his selection, before coming over to North America to split time for Toronto's organization in the 2007-2008 season. Stralman didn't really break out into a top pairing defenseman until his stay with the New York Rangers, where he helped propel the team to the Stanley Cup Finals. Now in his 4th year with Tampa, he's still trying to win his first championship ring. Number 3. Ondrej Palat. Palat had actually been passed over completely in the first 2 drafts that he was eligible for, and then he was taken 208th overall in 2011, his last chance to be drafted. After playing out of junior, Palat only needed 2 seasons in the AHL to develop before making his NHL debut. He would go on to make the NHL All-Rookie team for the 2013-2014 season, and has been one of the most consistent two-way players in the Lightning ever since. Number 2. Patric Hornqvist. Hornqvist might be the biggest long shot on this list, since he was quite literally drafted last in 2005. He would spend the 3 years after his selection playing in Sweden, before starting in the AHL and eventually making it to the NHL with Nashville. His career really took off when he was traded to Pittsburgh and now has 2 Stanley Cups on his resume. Number 1. Frederik Andersen. Andersen was originally drafted 187th overall in 2010 by the Carolina Hurricanes while he was still playing in Denmark. However, he was unable to come to terms with the team and ended up being redrafted in 2012 by Anaheim. It's a bit of a loophole, but he was technically still drafted in the 7th round. Andersen ended up developing well in Anaheim before switching to Toronto for the coveted starting role. Let me know who I missed in this video or who you think I should have added. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed and hit that notification button. I'd like to give a big shout out to my Patreon sponsor, Hockey Prospect Center. He makes great hockey content showcasing the future of the game, and I recommend you check out his channel. If you'd like to personally be able to choose video ideas, recommend something that you'd like to see, or be featured and promoted in every single video that I make, you can do so by donating just $1 to my Patreon for these benefits and more. Go to patreon.com/reapsfilms, or you can just click the link in my bio if you're interested. If you'd like to slide in my DMs, you can do so by following me on Twitter at reapsfilms. I will immediately follow you back, and you can also participate in polls and get updated on videos over there. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.